mistrial.
May I respond?
You may.
By the way, this is like the 14th. Actually, it's more than that, yo. It's been, I feel like almost every significant trial date, they're asking for a mistrial. The defenses, whether it's Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, or other attorneys like this young man or this African-American man who just spoke.
Judge,
Can somebody put the document up? I'm listening.
yes.
Would you put it up?
First, the state objects to a mistrial. Second, Your Honor, what Mr. Adams indicated that he did not want on here were the comments with where's the phone number? There it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
the comments generally being all of the writing on the right side of the picture.
Your Honor,
And so I said to you, is any of it hearsay? Is any of it being offered for the truth? And you said, no.
Your Honor, what I was asking the witness to do is to tell what was of significance to that number and what he did in terms of finding out and corroborating information that he obtained, because he obtained phone records. I don't intend that this evidence or this exhibit will prove or show that this is Justin Cobb's phone number.
You're asking him that? And asking
No,
him
Your Honor,
to testify to that?
I'm asking him, and I understand the court, I'm asking him
you?
what handle it's next to, and Your Honor, what he did after seeing what he saw on this
That's
social
not what
media
you
page.
asked. You represented at the bench that none of this, that being the writing on the right side of the picture, which we're all squinting at because it's tiny on the piece of paper. And so I am relying upon you to actually be honest with the court and opposing counsel so that we can deal appropriately with the evidentiary issue. Was any of it being offered for the truth? And you said no. And then you turned around, and after it was admitted over the overruling of the hearsay objection, based on the representation that nothing was being offered for its truth, you drew the witness's attention to the phone number and tried to have the witness testify to whose phone number it was. If that is not offered for the truth, what is it?
Your Honor, it
What is
explains what
Damn, got this white woman mad at the goddamn prosecutor.
what steps he next took. It wasn't that he sat there and
Yo, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to continue to say this. With all due respect to all my black queens, this trial is being ran by 2 black women. And out of Fulton County, number one, the DA is a black woman. That's the district attorney, which is Fonnie Willis. These are ADAs, which are assistant district attorneys. These are 2 black women. And I'm going to be honest with you. They're horrible. They're bad. They're trash. Maybe they're just on the case to get Thug off. Or maybe they're just on here because, we're in a recession. But this guy here, I think if this nigga stayed on the case, Young Thug is doing 20 to life. Ah, man. You know who what's that guy? Like, he was a guy who was like, yo, he's the dark figure, like the first DA. King Slime Court. Yeah, this guy. This thing is the truth. Chat, the reason why we're going through all this nigga right here is the fucking truth. He's the one who made sure Thug never got bail. He's the one who started off the case. Here's what happened. They sent him, he got a promotion to Gwinnett County. So this is Fulton County. They sent this nigga to Gwinnett County. So he took a promotion mid-trial. So he stopped being on this trial. They gave it to 2 black women. And it's been nothing more than a Zeus episode since then. When this nigga had the case,
that you see the shadow in the back of the room. He's the one directing traffic. He is the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's King Slime. He's pulling the shots. He is the most dangerous of the 28, Judge. And I implore you not to grant him a bond. He is dangerous. The setup they've given to you is actually going to be less control, not more. If he gets a burner, Judge, and the court may know this, a lot of the communications that you see the shadow in the back of the room, he's the one directing traffic of the room. He's the one directing traffic. He is the one they're all afraid
That's
of.
the nigga. So anyway, after this person got out, they got Miss Love and Miss Hilton. They're trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. They're garbage. So essentially, you got two black women who are the prosecutors. They're trash.
Drew the witness's attention to the phone number and tried to have the witness testify to whose phone number it was. If that is not offered for the truth, what is it?
Your Honor, it
What is
explains what steps he next took. It wasn't that he sat there and took this phone number and said, okay, this is Justin Cobb's phone number. He went and sought records based on what he saw on this social media post. So it's not, this post can't prove anything, but I do expect that the witness will testify based on what he saw, regardless, because it's a legitimate.
Why can't you just, at the bench, when you know that the reason you're offering it is for the phone number, and then to ask the witness other questions about what he did based on that phone number and seeing that phone number, say to everybody so that we know what we're dealing with, you know, it's this phone number, and then I'm going to ask him XYZ about the phone number, and then we'll know what we're dealing with.
Because my understanding that what was being objected to was not the phone number, was the comments that was the words, Your Honor. And again, this piece of evidence does not prove anything, as anybody would be able to say. But when he saw this on Justin Cobb's page, or
Man, shorty here, bro, in over her head. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, Fonnie Willis. So Fonnie Willis is going to get reelected. I don't know if she's going to get ousted via some of the other sanctions or whatever. She got to get rid of these two DAs. Mrs. Love and Mrs. Hilton are incredibly terrible. They should be writing up, maybe plans for a defense, or they cannot be in court. They're terrible. Like, terrible. And this is with all due respect. Whether you think this case had merit from the get-go or not, they have made this shit look so horrible that even if you hated Thug, you got to be like, well, why is he still incarcerated? They're bad.
a picture of Justin Cobb next to what he believed to be Justin Cobb's handle. He sought additional information. The entire cross.
Number one of the comments.
I'm sorry, what, Your Honor?
I mean, that is included within what you're now calling comments, all of them just being.
And I asked at the bench what comments they were asserting was hearsay, Your Honor. I literally asked that.
I asked at the bench, is any of this being offered for its truth?
And Your Honor, it's being offered to explain DDA Sprinkle's actions that he took next. Your Honor, these records have been collected as part of what he did in this investigation. He was asked on cross-examination, did he take particular steps?
Yo, chat, let me tell you, the inherent problem with the YSL trial is that these overzealous DAs gave assurance to these people who could be their witnesses. When you charge a RICO, you need snitches. You don't need snitches that have shown up to play. YSL Woody played in your face. It's no way he should be free doing 20v1s. If you really had your shit down packed, that nigga would be doing the next 4 years in jail for fucking with you. But instead, he played in your face, talking about, I don't recall. Then he gets on a goddamn Adam 22 no jumper interview, and he remember a lot of shit. So you know what happens? As a prosecutor, you were unprepared. You gave out deals that you shouldn't have gave out because you were so desperate to get this goddamn conviction. You gave it out without caveat because they all start, even Woody had an attorney, and the attorney made sure he had an immunity before it was understood that he was going to show up in court and say A, B, C, or D to make sure you don't look stupid. Instead, you had to play these games with the guy who was claiming he's lying on the stand now, or he was lying in an interrogation room then, and you look stupid. So these deals y'all gave out because y'all was so thirsty, it came back to bite y'all.
To corroborate what was given to him in certain interviews. That was the preceding question before I asked him about this particular post. So the state intended and intends to introduce the records that DDA Sprinkle produced or obtained after seeing this post. This post can't suffice to prove that that is Justin Cobb's number. This post only explains why DDA Sprinkle got the number and why it was significant to him in this investigation, where his steps and actions are being questioned.
But Judge, we don't get there. I hear what the state's saying, and it's disingenuous because we don't get to the second step that they're talking about, what records he procured and why he did what he did, unless we go through the hearsay statement that's contained in the portion that I objected to. And the court is accurate. I was there and I asked for everything that was on the right side, all of the verbiage to be, I said that was hearsay. The state said it was not. It clearly is, because to ask him that specific question, I mean, listen, none of us are obtuse here. It is what it is. I think that the state was disingenuous about it. State's being very slippery in regards to their response to the court's questions. I think it's willful, and I think a mistrial is appropriate. And I'm asking.
I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is that, I don't want to malign the prosecutor standing in front of me right now. So I'm not going to say the possible things that it could be, but it is baffling to me that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to seemingly purposefully hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful. But honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. And I am sorry to say that.
How fucking bad as a prosecutor you have to be. By the way, here's my theory on this whole thing, right? And y'all could cut, print, start right here. Make sure you clip this. This is what I particularly think. You see the first judge, you're in Glanville. I believe he knew this from the get-go after that first prosecutor I showed got off the case. These prosecutors are inept. They don't know how to do their jobs correctly. So you know what happened? Because I know that a judge is supposed to be a neutral arbiter. And they should be, operating as if, they're neutral to the facts and the situations and whatever being presented by the prosecutor and the defense. But come on, man. You're in Glanville, have served in Fulton County for a while. Yo, here's the truth about it. I don't care if y'all Thug fans or not. That YSL shit was getting niggas killed. That's a fact. Young Thug, all that shit, it's just music. That's a lie. Them niggas was getting niggas killed. Facts. Okay? Everybody knew they was getting killed, but they couldn't prove it. Fonnie Willis finally took some stake in it and charged them. Except the prosecutors in the case couldn't do the job. Let me tell you, I know a judge is supposed to be a neutral arbiter. You think this judge hasn't sat there? By the way, there was mad conflicts that came up before. You think that judge hasn't sat there and watched mad YSL niggas shoot niggas or get caught with a gun but get off? If you think a judge that operates in a county when you eventually get hit with a RICO because your gang is doing so much crime, they don't have some type of... Urine Glanville was trying to help the prosecutor. That's why he got kicked off the case, in my opinion. He realized they were inept. So when Woody at first is on the stand playing fucking games because they're too stupid and they gave him a wild immunity deal. When they go back to the chambers, Glanville himself says, all right, the prosecutors are stupid. I have to scare him to testify and tell what they need to do to convict Doug. So he starts to talk. He starts to say shit. All of the rulings, he starts to side with the prosecutors because the prosecutors are too stupid to do their job by themselves. Now, obviously, it becomes you're biased. But I believe that Miss Love and Miss Hilton are unprepared. They should not be district attorneys or ADAs, which means assistant district attorneys. They should be reprimanded and put back. They're damn near paralegals. They don't have the skill, the prerequisites. They don't even have the ability to prepare, which this should have been prepared for a long time. You're on day 140th of a trial and you're still winging it. Why don't you show up to Fonnie Willis and say, hey, I resign, ma'am. I don't think we have a case here. I think we should drop this. That is a possibility. That is a possibility. Go look at the Alec Baldwin case. When one of the DAs realized that there was exculpatory evidence that was going to be a Brady violation that they did not turn over to the goddamn defense, they said, rather than get embarrassed, y'all look crazy in this district or this county, I quit. These two people, Miss Love and Miss Hilton, are really embarrassing. Now, here's the sad part about it, because I said it on Vlad. The thing with a RICO case, they give a preponderance of evidence that if their job is not to prove that he killed Nutt. Their job is not to prove he had a weapon. Their job is to prove that he was part of what's called a criminal organization. That's what the racketeering statute says. I've always tell you, racketeering or a criminal street gang act, kind of almost the same. Ones usually state criminal street gang act versus racketeering. You usually only see it on the federal level, even though there's state racketeering acts, obviously. When you look at everything with that, you get to realize that even if what he did, even if these people are unprepared, by the time they've got to 300 days and there's now a jury deliberating, it's very hard for him to be found not guilty. So in my opinion, I do believe Thug was going to be found guilty no matter what. Even if incompetence is trying to convict him, he's going to get found guilty. But the first appeal is going to throw the whole thing out. And then they're going to have to figure out if they want to indict him again, or not indict him again, try him again, which they won't. So in my opinion, he gets convicted. An appeal is filed within the first 20, 60, or 90 days. It goes through a whole appellate hearing, takes 6 months. And they say they're going to overturn the conviction and throw it out, which means you need to do the whole process again. And I don't think Fonnie Willis will do it again. Incredibly sad, if you ask me. I'll finish playing this.
Of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. And I am sorry to say that, but this case is being made much more difficult for everybody because of the haphazard way in which it is being presented. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. I'll have a ruling when I get back.
There we go. There was some more.
So could you share with us all of the whatever parts you think actually you would like to have admitted and published?
Yes.
I mean, can you do that from now on without me having to beg you to do that?
Your Honor, the court does not have to beg me for anything.
Okay, I mean, let's just have it be sort of a standard, which I thought would have been clear anyway, but is apparently not, that you make it clear to everybody what parts of what exhibits you want in evidence so that we can then, if there are.
Yo, her career is cooked. Bro, she's so trash. Her career is cooked. I think she's trying to get a ball player because I ain't gonna lie, she do be dressing good for court. You know what I mean? She got a little nice little rear end on her. It's no way she wants to continue in law. I think she's trying to pick up a basketball player or a soccer player or like a NFL nigga.
Are evidentiary challenges to them, be able to sensibly discuss those. Is that something you can do for the court and for the opposing counsel in this case?
Absolutely.
Okay. So can you right now let us know so that while we're having our half hour, we can
just look at chat. Just look at the body language. As I said, I still think Thug getting found guilty because unless we get a mistrial, which I think they're so deep in, I think the judge realized this is a mistrial, but she doesn't want to grant the mistrial because she knows if it's a mistrial, they have to bring it again. So here's the thing. A mistrial, they have to bring it again. Because how they told the public about the case, it looks crazy to say we got nothing done and it's a mistrial, we're gonna let him go free. It basically says that you guys gave up on crime, right? Now, if it's, hey, we went to trial, we tried to punish him, they got found guilty, then an appellate court overturned it, it's whatever. But they can't take a dismissible mistrial type of cause because the people of the precinct or the county, they're gonna want him to do it again.
Okay. So can you right now let us know so that while we're having our
look at
half
that body
hour,
language. Look at that body language, chat. You could tell she don't even fuck with the judge. Look.
The opposing counsel in this case?
Look.
Absolutely.
Okay. So can you right now let us know so that
look. That's that attitude.
While we're having
look at that face. That's that
our
attitude.
half hour, we can take a look at all of that?
Sure can, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the objections, as stated already, generally were hearsay, confrontation clause, and authentication. There's not going to be a confrontation clause issue. People's Twitter posts are not testimonial. But with regard to authentication and hearsay, I don't know if
he can set the foundation and he can
authenticate these.
I believe that.
Okay, maybe. All right, and then there may. Okay, so let us know. How are you gonna let us know that? Because can you email to everybody the portions, or how are we gonna?
I can give you the specific page numbers.
Okay, and everybody else has a copy?
Everybody has this. Yes. When you say everybody else has a copy, I'm not sure what the court means.
If you give page numbers, they have a copy so that they'll be able to easily find and look at what that is?
If they look at the...
Do you remember? They have a link. Do you remember which link it is?
Yeah.
Can you let us know that, or at least them know that?
I'll just yes, I can.
Resending it would be great, and then pinpointing.
And perhaps telling us where it is in the discussion.
I'm gonna keep it a being with you, man. Y'all need to call me sexist and misogynist all you want. This is what happened when you got too many bitches in court. That's a fact. Nigga, yo, y'all ain't here the last 2 minutes. This is catty woman shit. You could tell the judge, who's a woman, don't fuck with this other woman, and they're talking womanese that's mad catty. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas say. That's a fact. So to keep it real, Urine Glanville was feeling himself too much. That was the first judge. I agree. That nigga had to go. But now you put a woman judge, and I know everybody's like, oh, she's white. They're going to cook. Bro, she's mad catty with the other woman. They're talking subliminal catty woman shit. Bro, you ever seen two women being catty? This is it.
People's Twitter posts are not testimonial. But with regard to authentication and hearsay,
Tell me I'm wrong. Now tell me I'm wrong.
He can set the foundation, and he can
authenticate these?
I believe that.
Okay.
he can-
These women are being catty. You have the judge and the prosecutor being catty. Yo, it's at the point where the defense attorneys are like, look at this. Look at this. They're squabbling among themselves.
Maybe. All right. And then there may, okay, so let us know. How are you gonna let us know that? Because can you email to everybody the portions, or how are we gonna?
I can give you
Daddy.
the specific page numbers.
Okay. And everybody else has a copy?
Everybody has this. Yes. When you say everybody else has a copy, I'm not sure what the court means.
If you give page numbers, they have a copy so that they'll be able to easily find and look at what that is?
If they look at the
Do
that
you
they
remember?
have.
They have a link. Do you remember which link it is?
Yeah.
Can you let us know that, or at least them know that?
I'll just yes, I can.
Resending it would be great, and then pinpointing.
And perhaps telling us where it is in the discovery.
No, she's going to resend it, which would be easier.
Okay.
Okay, so you will do that and be specific about what parts.
Yo, you could tell she's so tight at a judge. By the way, it appears this judge is more leaning with the prosecution. She's so upset. Urine Glanville used to get both of their backs. Used to get the prosecutors' backs. They never put the prosecutors in the ropes.
You want in. All right, Mr. Shart, you had asked in the midst kind of all of the objections that the court give an instruction about the blank box. Is that something that you still want me to do, that the box was
All right, young Thug looking fresh as fuck.
blank at the court's instruction?
Thug know he finna get out soon.
Because we didn't at that point have anything establishing the date, or
Yes, I would very much.
understand? And I'm not saying you would.
Oh my God, yo, the judge is violating this chick. Look,
Okay, and so I'll just tell them that it was at the court's direction that the box was blank because it hadn't at the time been established what the box meant.
Your Honor.
Will
may I-
that work? Yes, no?
Yes, that would
Okay.
be great. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, that requirement of the court was not on the defendants. They objected to that box being shown. The state had no objection. So in as much as the objection leveled by Mr. Stillwell is what the court based that on, and the state did not have an objection, and the state actually explained what it was, and Mr. Stillwell could have very well put that date in the box.
No, Mr. Stillwell could not have at that point. There was an objection to it. I will give that instruction, and I'm also going to instruct that the state may not in any way attempt to argue that Mr. Stillwell was trying to hide anything by having that box on there blank. Understand?
damn.
And I'm not saying you would, but just want to make that clear. Understand?
I think, yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yo, son, that's what I'm telling you. Caddy, she's sunning her, but she can't really. Yo, a white woman sunning a black woman who you could tell. Whoever this chick married to at home, nigga, she probably like Christian Rock, like Ari, like Young Miami, nigga. Yeah. Talk back, all type of shit. You can't do that in court though. You could tell she's holding her tongue. Just look, bro, you could tell she's holding her fucking tongue, gang. She's holding her tongue. That's the judge. And this white judge is checking the shit out of her.
By having that box on there blank. Understand? And I'm not saying you would, but just want to make that clear.
Look,
Understand?
understand. Just look at her body language. Understand? You know when somebody say understand, that's a check-in term.
Do you argue that Mr. Stillwell was trying to hide anything by having that box on there blank?
Look,
Understand? And I'm not saying you would, but just want to make that clear.
look at her. Just look at her body language. Body language rules everything.
Understand?
I think, yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
This other prosecutor right here, she looked defeated too, bro.
All right. I would also, let's see.
Yo, Fulton County, if y'all don't start hey, obviously people want to see Young Thug free, so they're not going to be that mad that these two are incompetent. But let me tell you this, if you want killers off your street, you want the niggas who doing all the crime off your street, get these two out of here. They couldn't convict a motherfucker. Like, if you ever do a mass murder, hope to God when you come in court you see these two bozos. Because these two bozos look like they couldn't convict the devil for being a bad person. They couldn't do a motherfucking thing. They couldn't convict Shaq for being tall. They couldn't convict nobody for doing nothing. They're idiots. Just look at them.
So we're going to deal with the Twitter feed issues and the reconsideration of Zachary's things. Anything else?
The additional crime scene photos
Your Honor,
from Mr. Atkins.
I don't know if we'll get to that or not. When would that be coming in?
not it.
Your Honor, those probably won't even come in until the next week or the week after
Well, they
next,
may not be
depending.
coming in at all.
Well, if they are to come in, it would be in about 2 weeks from now.
Okay, and it was so like you said, or somebody said that the CADs with regard to those had already come in. Can y'all be a little more specific about what those are going to be crime scene photos of and why, like what crime scenes and why? I know, Miss Love, you said, oh, you put them back because of witnesses that you had to add back in. Can you give me a little more specificity about the?
So at the begin, you want to know the actual
Crime scenes.
Okay.
And then why did you have to add those witnesses back in?
Well, the why was when counsel for
Was it because you were establishing who lived at places and they were gonna object unless you brought the person in?
that was half of it. The other
Okay.
half was that they objected to any of the
Chain of custody, I remember.
right.
Anything
Right.
beyond that?
Yes. So I'm pulling up the actual
Okay.
incident number.
I mean, if you want to just give me an address, like the so-and-so
God damn.
crime
But-
scene.
But these photos, Your Honor, were not produced in discovery.
I
No.
understand.
Okay,
I'm
thank
going to get to that. I'm just trying to get a little bit of basis for what we're even talking about.
So it was 717 Cedar Avenue. I don't have the date on that in front of me.
Okay. Something was brought up just now that's important. So if you're gonna go on trial, even if it's for killing 59 people, the state or even the federal government is required to give you what's called a discovery, which means whatever they're going to use to try to convict you with their evidence, their investigation, they have to turn it over to you, the relevant investigation. Now that doesn't not only include what they believe that makes you seem guilty, but also what makes you seem innocently, and that's what the Brady rule or law comes in. When usually people say by the time we've had Myron on here before, they say the thing with the feds, once the feds indict, they're ready to go to trial. Well, sometimes the state is like that too. You know, if you're dealing with New York, a lot of times they're ready to go too. the thing with discovery, you got to turn discovery over before you get really almost started. So it's only so much stuff you could still bring in, and if you do bring in additional stuff, you have to give ample time for the defense to prepare for it. And it appears that like they have a bunch of stuff that is just bullshit. Like they have things they want to enter, but they're not following this in the statutes of, hey, you have to alert the court that this is new information that the defense never seen before. And this is why they're looking so stupid. Like, they're really winging it. They're doing it on the fly.
Well, one was 2014, one was 2015, one was 2019, as I understand it. Which was that?
That was 2014.
Okay.
And that was based on an objection about the Nibin hits. And then there was the 807 Prior and 193 Hendricks shooting.
Okay. Just unprepared, as I said before. Again, even if Thug gets convicted, I think he'll be quickly returned or overturned on appeal. Okay?
So,
Zachary.
Apparently, this is how crazy it's been. 2 days ago, one of the witnesses was trying to flirt with the female investigator. Watch this.
I mean, having just come from the hospital, you probably understand. But she's too sick to continue today. And so we're going to have to pick up on Monday. And so what I think would be the best thing to do in the meantime is over the weekend to just put you up in a hotel room somewhere. You can, I know it's not awesome, but because there are certain members of your family who seem very determined to have you not finish testifying.
Oh man, huh?
Yeah. And I don't want there to be kind of.
If I ain't want to testify, I would sit in jail. Jail ain't letting me. I did 19 years.
So you'd rather go to jail than a hotel room?
I'm ready to go home.
I know you are. I know. But we're going to have you in a hotel room. You are welcome to have your mom or your sister there over the weekend. But I just think that it's better if it's a more controlled environment where your father is not going to be causing stress for any of y'all. Okay?
My father don't cause stress with me. He cause stress with them. He supposed to do that.
I know.
Bro, I've never seen, have you ever seen like a nigga on a stand that's in a jail outfit talk like this, bro, to the judge?
Well, I don't know that, but if he causes
Leaning back, swinging, all that shit.
stress with them, then that might cause stress to you. So.
They took my phones. Can you tell them to get my phones back?
Which phones?
My
Just
phone?
for you to come testify?
I don't know. They took them.
Okay. Yeah,
No, the officer back there took them.
I mean,
I think when they took him in custody.
They took both my cell phones.
I don't really
They ain't turn them into property.
I don't really have a problem with him having his phones. The issue is him showing up for court. So it's fine with me if he gets his phones back. So is there anything else you wanted to let the court know?
Yeah. I don't want that lawyer no more.
You don't want that lawyer
Why you working
anymore.
for them?
All right. Well, let me say this. When you come back,
Yo, the inmates are running the asylum in Fulton County. No wonder the most popular nigga down there is a nigga who told. Yo, it's sweet in Atlanta. Yo, all y'all Atlanta niggas who been acting like Atlanta's so tough, this is y'all courts? Let a nigga play like that in New York. Nigga, you do 5 lifetimes. There's no nigga who pops up like this in a New York court. Atlanta is sweet. There's too much Batiman down there, and then there's too much rat down there. That's why, y'all courts is sweet as shit. Atlanta got the sweetest court in history. I've never seen it. We just watched Memphis court. They wasn't playing none of this shit. What the fuck?
on Monday, it may be that you
I don't need
want
no
a
lawyer.
lawyer. You don't feel like you need any kind of lawyer whatsoever. So
Man, they would have told that nigga, bro, check this out, nigga. It's a public defender. Whoever they assign you is who they assign you. You could go without a lawyer. Nigga, you're not swinging your chick. Bruh, they checking the fuck out of people out there.
if things change on Monday.
I don't need no lawyer.
All right. Well, Mr. Scheib, thank you for your service.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else?
Yo, imagine in any other court a nigga in a prison outfit laughing and smiling at his attorney and the judge smiling with the nigga. Yo, does this sound real? This is some bullshit.
Hang on. I'm asking actually Mr. Zachary right now. Mr. Zachary, is there
Yo, he just fired his lawyer. Everybody's laughing. Young Thug is in. Yo, even Brian Steele is like, what the fuck is this? Look.
hang
Look
on.
at Brian Steele right here. Brian Steele right here is laughing like, ain't no fucking way.
Hang on. I'm
Look,
asking actually
he laughing like, yo, the judge just granted the guy who's a witness just to fire his attorney? They're mad pussy. Yo, Fulton County, yo, it's sweet in Atlanta right now. Yo, all y'all criminals, y'all better leave these other states. Go to Atlanta. Atlanta is sweet. Kill 3 niggas, you just get out. Violate the judge. Violate the prosecutor. Defense attorneys laughing at you. What the fuck?
Mr. Zachary right now.
Bro, the nigga packing his bags.
Mr. Zachary, is there anything else that you need to?
I can go now?
No, because what's going to happen is
Why is the judge laughing with the nigga who was in jail clothes?
that somebody probably from the DA's office is going to escort you to whichever hotel this is they end up putting.
Can it be hard walking out the door?
Can it be what?
Oh, right there walking out the door.
Yo, I'm done. Yo, the nigga trying to pick a bad bitch to escort him to the hotel. Atlanta is a joke. Yo, y'all Atlanta rappers who been acting like y'all niggas ain't like New York. Y'all not like Cali. Y'all definitely not like Memphis. And I know in Chicago they allow all type of crimes because they can't keep up. But this is the biggest joke I've seen. This nigga is checking the judge saying, if somebody he's in inmate clothing. They should be escorting him to the hole. He should be in prison. The judge approved him to get a hotel for the weekend. And now he's saying to the judge, could I get that bad bitch right there to escort me? Yo, are you serious? Look, look at the judge grinning. The judge is grinning. He's grinning. Bro, this is some clown shit. Look. The judge is laughing, bro. Bro, this is some he laughing, the judge laughing. Yo, chat. Let me tell you this. Fulton County, just throw the whole county away. If you want to be a criminal, go to Atlanta and shoot it up, rob them niggas, sell your fentanyl, because if these are the people you got to deal with, it look like the judge might suck your dick before sentencing you to house arrest, and she'll live with you on house arrest that you could beat her back in. It's sweet in Atlanta. Facts. If these Negroes was in Texas, they would be applying a needle to their veins right now. Death. Texas don't play like this. Tennessee don't play like this. And Florida will be goddamn, they don't play like this. Georgia is sweet. You heard the term Georgia peach? Nigga, it might be Georgia's Kool-Aid. How is the inmates clowning with the judge to the point the nigga say, could her with the big titties and the fat ass escort me to the hotel? What? Listen,
Can it be hard walking out the door?
Can it be what?
Oh, right there walking out the door.
I don't know whether it's going to be that particular investigator or not.
Yo, I'm done. No, this is some clown shit. some clown shit. It's good for Thug. Thug, you be home soon. This is some clown shit. This judge, you could tell she loved black dick more than you could tell she's sucking on a black cock every night. She's blushing and he ain't even talking about her. Yo, the problem with Fulton County is that everybody in their goddamn system is fucking the criminals. It doesn't work when you have the people in power fucking the criminals. You have the court reporter posing with Woody, got on Chucks on, and supposedly been fucking niggas. Fonnie Willis was allegedly fucking nut. You have this chick, you could tell she love a black dick in her pussy. She clowning and she over here joking with this nigga. No justice will be served here. If you're a regular civilian, get the fuck out of Atlanta. This is where the criminals eat. This is where the criminals are gonna live. The judge want to fuck the criminals. The prosecutors are fucking the criminals. You know what I realize? I'm over here blaming Miss Love and Miss Hilton. It's not them. Because you can tell they're trying to do their job. They just suck. They're really bad at their job. But they're not trying to fuck them. The judge look like she trying to fuck him. The last clerk look like she trying to fuck him. All the white people who come in Fulton County want to fuck the criminals, bro. It's crazy. Look.
She know.
Bro, my nigga. Bro, look at the judge. Look at the fucking judge.
This is, they end up putting.
Can it be hard walking out the door?
Can it be what?
Oh, right there walking out the door.
I don't know whether it's going to be that particular investigator or not.
She know it.
It might be, it might not be. That one's not going to be up to me. All right, what else? Probably from the DA's office is going to escort you to whichever hotel this is. They end up putting.
I am hating a little bit because I ain't gonna lie to you. You shouldn't be a criminal. I ain't gonna lie. To keep it trill, hey, I don't even hate on people. Only one nigga I definitely will hate on because I seen randomly he just started trying to take up he been trying to like he I don't know what that nigga been thinking. He think he gonna take up what do you call it again? He think he gonna bully me from a prison cell. Hey, chat. I want all y'all to do this for me, all right? There's a nigga named Tax Stone, nigga. We've talked to his warden like we trying to, nigga, anytime he tweet, I want y'all to, I want to show this nigga something. You doing 35 years. We gonna stop you from doing any online shit. Don't play with me, nigga. I'm not Flacco. I'm not none of them. This nigga be over here. You shouldn't have, nigga, I don't care if you put this up your bussy. Don't tweet at me. Don't say nothing to me, period. You're an inmate. 35 years, your name is KD. Except you better be KD in that hole. Pause. The easy money sniper. Chat, I want to let y'all know, this is just a, what's his name? Daryl Campbell. Chat, oh, no. Let me tell you how much of a, this is why you can't fuck with a nigga like me, okay? So he got 35 years. Oh, perfect. Here it is right here. Daryl Campbell, right? We're going to find out. Chat, I just want to point out, I was teaching Flacco this message. This little bum-ass nigga is in jail washing his drawers in the sink, the same sink he drinking from, think he going to try to like, nigga, every time you talk about me, we going to, nigga, you know I got the biggest audience in hip-hop. I'll have 100,000 people call the jail you're in. Nigga, I'll have your cell raided every fucking day. That's my mission. A nigga in jail can't get... Okay. Give me 1 second. Because I got the whole shit right here. Hold up. Hold up, chat. I got y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hater, too.
So Brian Steele, a.k.a. Young Thug's lawyer, got arrested in court. Man, I want to keep it a beam right quick. This whole case is just ratchet and ghetto, bro. Like, it's not much else I could say besides the whole case is just ratchet and ghetto. Um, your lawyer getting arrested, bro. Like, ain't gonna lie, bro. If my lawyer is getting arrested, do you feel like you're generally gonna beat the case? And then even though Act was talking about a mistrial and stuff, I generally feel like just how like with YNW Melly they called a mistrial and he was immediately charged back again. They're gonna do the same thing with Young Thug, and it's gonna drag out 1, 2+ years over and over and over. I ain't gonna lie, it might be sad to say, unless Young Thug could get out on like acted like a 10 or 15 years probation, which you know how that probation stuff works. You go into 10, 15 year probation. The way those guys live, 1, 2 years max, they're failing it, and then they gotta go back and serve the remainder of their time. But I mean, they got a bunch of money and the best lawyers in the world, so they'll probably find a way to get through it, get prescriptions for all the drugs that they need, because most of them are drug addicts. You feel me? It's one thing I really want to say, bro. Gunna got out, he got fit as hell. Young Thug in there getting chunky. Like before, Young Thug looked like he weighed 120 pounds soaking wet. Man, it is crazy. Like it's crazy how times change. But if your lawyer is sitting there getting arrested, my dude, it's a problem. You feel me? I don't know if he did a good thing by saying what he said. And when I say that, I mean like giving the judge like hints that, oh, it was people in the private hearing who were saying stuff, which, you feel me, shouldn't be happening. But hey, we don't know, bro. I don't know. Now he has to spend 10 weeks every single weekend for the next like 10 weeks just locked up. And Brian still's gangster as hell too, because he said, lock me in there with my client. So he wants to be locked in there with, what's his name, bro? With Thug. Like Act said, bro, this man, Thug, must be giving this man like millions of dollars. Or I ain't gonna lie, these criminal lawyers, a lot of them, they're you feel me? They love this stuff. Like he probably it's probably like a movie for him. Like this whole case and stuff, depending how it goes, YNW Melly's life could be a movie. They can make TK's life into a movie. They can make what's going on with Young Thug right now into a movie. 50 Cent could probably adapt and make all that stuff. They can make the King Von stuff a movie. Like, they really could just make movies about everybody, bro. For real, for real. But hey, man. Let me know how you guys feel about everything, bro. It's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And free Thug. Do y'all think Thug is gonna come out or he's locked up for good, man? Let me know in the comments below. It's your boy Big Act News, and I'm out.